Join me right now on Kumite Radio is Montel Jackson, UFC bantamweight. He'll be competing at UFC 230 on November 3rd at MSG. What's going on, Montel?
How you guys doing? Thanks for having me.
No doubt. I want to start off by talking about the story of you going to Thailand and how it kind of changed the way you thought about life.
Yeah, I went to Thailand like 2 years ago, 2 summers ago. It was right at the end of my amateur career, and I wanted to experience Thailand and get a real feel for like Muay Thai and just live amongst the people as one of them. So I traveled Thailand at the end of July, and I stayed 5 weeks, and I left around like September 17th, and I came back, and it changed my life. The It changed my life, and it changed the way I thought about life, and it changed the core values I had about life and family and what's really important. I went over there. I just saw I saw all this tourist stuff, and I'm I don't like that. Like that isn't real Thailand. Like those aren't real Thai people. Like I want to go to like the nitty gritty, like the poor, the slum areas. So that's where I essentially come from. And when I got there, like it was kind of hard because like everyone smiled, everyone was nice, and where I come from, the people that smile and are nice, like oh how you doing, those people that stab you in the back. So I thought it was something wrong. Like no one's this happy living this like horrible, in the condition they live in. No one's this happy. And as I start to venture out on my own, I start to go to the slums, like I understood and I watched the kids and I watched how they interacted. It changed me just seeing like the little kids, the little poor kids that play around and they play in the street, they play soccer in the street and everything. And I would play with them and got to know some of them. And I would ask them and stuff like, what do you guys do? Like, what do you guys want to do? Like, I asked them about themselves and I asked them a little bit about like Thai culture and stuff. And they started explaining to me and everything. And one thing one of the kids said was like, oh, if you're a dark Thai, they know you poor because rich Thais they not in the sun, they don't do manual labor. And I just thought in my head like, fuck, like this is real, And then the kids that have so much confidence, like here I am, I essentially think I got everything. I got some money, I got like I'm wearing like Nikes and I'm wearing Jordans and shit, the retros, and I'm thinking I got something. And essentially I really had nothing. And I found out like materialism is just a sign of insecurity. Because when I take away like the money, or I take away like the materialistic stuff I have, who am I? What am I? Am I gonna have the same attitude? Am I gonna have that same confidence? Like like all that stuff didn't really mean nothing to these kids because these kids ragtag, poor, they don't care. They got a smile on their face. They're happy. You can't tell them anything about themselves because they love themselves, and that's true happiness. That's true confidence. They'll walk up and talk to anybody. They didn't have in their head like, oh, I gotta have this, or I gotta be all presentable. I gotta be in some type of designer clothes. I gotta look like this. I gotta look like that. But they didn't care. Like they would walk up and they would talk to anybody with that same confidence and that same energy. And here I am thinking I got everything, and I don't got nothing compared to what they got. And then like family, man. They really embrace their family, man. They love their family, man. Everything they do is essentially for them, for their family and for that next generation that's to come after them. So they always work hard, man. And one of the things that one of the gurus always tell me, he always tells something a little like this one little kid that would these couple of little kids that would like play around the gym and train at the gym and stuff. They would always tell them like, I want to be world champion. I want to be this. I want to be that. And the guru he always say, up to you, up to you. Whatever you want to be is up to you. You can control your own destiny. You can control your own success, and that's one of the things that really stuck to me, man. It's when he always tell them, it's up to you. It's up to you. You got to work hard if you want something. And then I asked the kids like, man, like they always wear sandals and flip flops and stuff, and some of the sandals were like too small and stuff. And here I am over there. I got like 6 pair of shoes. I brought a whole bunch of clothes and stuff. And I'm thinking in my head like, I don't need this stuff, man. I don't want this stuff anymore. Like this stuff, it don't mean nothing, you know. Like I'm happy with myself, you know. I'm happy with what I got. And so I gave away all 6 pair of shoes. I only kept a pair of shoes just to train, and that was it. I gave them all away, and it made me feel good inside because like some of the kids like 12 years old, 13 years old, like they never had like a nice pair of shoes. They never had like no Nikes and no retro Jordans and stuff like that. So I was just happy just to get that stuff away, man, and put a smile on some kid's face because they gave me more than I could give them at that point. So I was happy about that. And then like the mindset of the type, like they work hard every day. Some even like on Sunday supposed to be their rest day, but some of them they still working hard, man, and they work hard every day, and they don't complain, they don't whine, they don't wince, anything. They just work, and I really just I embraced it, man. I loved it, man. I came back with that same mindset and that same energy, man. Like I don't buy like a lot of shoes and a lot of clothes, and I don't put value in that stuff, man. I truly don't. And then like when I first got there, like I went to the night market. I'm like, oh man, I'm buy this, I'm buy that, I'm buy this, I'm buy that, buy everything. And then my friend Charlie was like, Montel, you don't need this stuff, man. Why are you buying this stuff, man? Do you really want this stuff, or are you just buying this stuff because you can buy it, man? Don't waste your money, man. Like, put the stuff back, man. It's all right to look at stuff, man. You know you can have it. You know you can afford to have it. You don't need to have this stuff, man. And he just told me like, man, buy stuff you need, man. If you don't need it, man, don't buy it, man. And it just changed me, man. I was truly indebted to those people, man. Hopefully when I go back, man, this summer or maybe this winter, if I get a break in between fights, I'll go back there. I would like to go back there and see some of those kids, man, because those kids were great, man.
You turned pro in June 2016. You debuted in the UFC 13 months later. It's incredible, man, what you have done. What do you credit for your quick rise?
Man, hard work, surrounding myself with people that's going to tell me the truth and not what I want to hear. So surrounding myself with people that, that's been there, that had that experience, like Zach. Like he was already signed to the UFC. Ray Glenn was already signed to the UFC. Another fighter, Leo, she was on the cusp of making to the UFC. So I just had to surround myself with people that had that experience already, to learn from them, to emulate them, to do what they do, to be successful, and not just fall by the wayside. Because to make it to the UFC is not just hard work and being noticed or winning like good fights and stuff. It's about who you know, and not about what you know. So if you don't have a team in your corner to prepare you for that, and someone like a good agent or a good person that got the connections to get you there, you'll never get there. You just be like some guy in the neighborhood. Like in my neighborhood, it's hundreds of guys that's good at basketball, can play NBA level basketball, but they'll never get there because they never got the chance, or they never had that connection to get there. So that's one of the things that really helped me get to the UFC.
Finally, you get to the UFC 227. You came out, on the wrong end of a decision in that fight. What were some of the lessons you learned?
You got to be prepared at all times for whatever opportunities that's going to present itself. Like you can say, oh, I want this opportunity, I want this chance, I want this, I want that. But if you're not prepared for that opportunity or that chance, it's less likely that it's going to come again, or you will be able to seize the moment and take advantage of it. So you must, that's why I'm always ready, man. I'm training 24/7. I take maybe a break, half a break, maybe Sunday. I just roll, and that's it, and I just chill. But that's it. I'm working hard, man. Because you never know if you're going to get that call.
Definitely. It's a pivotal point in someone's career. You suffered your first career loss against Ricky Simón. How long did it take for you to get over that setback and move forward?
Oh, man. Ain't no such thing as a loss or a setback. You know, there's no such thing. Like in wrestling, we will always say, there's no losses, there's only lessons. So the lesson I learned is to be prepared, man. I had ample opportunity to be training. I wasn't like training for a fight. I was just training. Wasn't really hitting like cardio or whatever, just, training here and there. And I learned a lesson that you got to be ready at all times. Because there's always a guy out there that's ready to beat you, that's willing to beat you, that's working twice as hard as you. So you got to be ready. Got to always work hard. No days off.
Your next opportunity will be at UFC 230 versus Brian Kelleher. He has created some hype for himself, by beating some decent names. What are your thoughts on him?
Just another UFC fight, Ain't no real thoughts. It's another fight. The moment you make the fight more than what it is, you don't perform the same. You don't go out there with that same energy. So it's any other fight, Do what I normally do, man. Train hard, do my best.
For this training camp, have you added anything new to your schedule?
No. Nothing. Just regular training. Don't do nothing out of ordinary. At this point in your career, your skill set is not going to change. You can only make what you got better. So I'm just always working on what I've been working on and creating from there.
Who are your main coaches and training partners for this fight?
Zach, Leah. So it was another UFC vet that joined our gym, Chico Camus. We got a grappler named Charlie. I was training a little bit at 360 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Solo, Jake.
I've heard you say that you go into fights and you just make the proper adjustments as you go. What exactly goes into you being able to set yourself up to make the reads during the fights?
You gotta have your eyes open to read, first of all. So you gotta look for key things. So you're looking at habits, tendencies, reactions, and then from there you draw your conclusion on how you're gonna attack, how you're gonna counterattack, how you're gonna set the traps, how you're gonna exit from attacks. How you're gonna make your adjustments. So you gotta go in there, with your eyes open, head on a swivel, looking for key things, to make your adjustments. Not just going out there, just fighting and looking to make the best of your luck. Like you gotta be looking for these things. You gotta train yourself to look for these things. And the biggest thing is just to stay calm. Stay calm. The moment emotion is involved, the moment you get flustered, you just gave up something. You just gave it up. You just gave up your mental state, your positive mental state. Now you're in a panic mode. When you panic, you get nervous, and you don't do stuff that you normally would do, and you make mistakes. You don't think with a logical state of being.
To prepare yourself, do you spend a lot of time in the film room?
No. That stuff is not important to me, man. I leave that stuff to coaches, man. My job is to go out there and fight.
In what area of mixed martial arts do you feel Brian cannot compete with you at?
I really don't know, man. Like I really haven't watched the guy. I'm just gonna go out there and see what he got to offer. That's about it. And then from there, I'm gonna make my adjustments and pick my shots and make the best of my ability.
You're known for your vicious striking. You got wrestling in your back pocket. But how about your submission game? How do you rate your ground game?
I haven't been submitted yet. I was in one of the worst positions you could be in. I was gassed, cardio was out, dude on my back, double hooks in, he couldn't finish me. I got right back up. I never gave up. I never gave up position. So I'm just saying, like if you gonna beat me, you gonna beat me. Ain't nothing easy gonna come to you about me. Nothing. I'll fight you to the death.
Moving forward, what kind of goals have you set for yourself, for 2019 and beyond?
To be the greatest. That's essentially what you're doing this for. Mm-hmm. To be the greatest. If you're here to be number 2 or number 3, you're already lost. You already lost. You already gave something up. In this sport, you don't give up anything. In life, you don't give up anything. If you're not going to give it your all, don't do it. Ain't no half-stepping. So that's my goal, is to be the greatest.
You're fighting at MSG. Do you feel that this is a great opportunity for you, or is it just another venue? You don't really look into too much where you're fighting.
I really don't care. Like, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Like, it's just another fight, man. You can't make it something more than that. Like, this is what I work my basically, like, majority of my mature adulthood is to get to this point. So I can't make it nothing special than what it already is to me. I'm here. So now that I'm here, I gotta do what I need to do.
All right, UFC 230, November 3rd. Montel Jackson will face Brian Kelleher in a bantamweight contest at MSG. Thank you for your time, Montel.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me on Kumite Radio. I want to thank Iridium, my management group. I want to thank Paravita. I want to thank my coaches, my training partners, Virus, ProStar Sports, Quest Nutrition, and I think I think that's just about it in the UFC, man. Thank them for giving me this awesome platform.
Yeah, man. It's good to see that you got a lot of supporters in your corner, man.
Thank you, man.